Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here in Erlengrat. And I got no real way of finding out either. Let's go over here and have a look at this. So I've got that herbicide in there. I've got a few other machines that we've got lying around here. I'm not going to want that trailer with the seed in it anymore. That we want to sell. And well, I want to sell pretty much everything that we've got here now. Apart from possibly that plow. I was going to just have the tractor using the plow. Just because. No particular reason, really. So if I take this one here, I've got a little bit of fertilizer over there. I'm going to ignore that. I'm just going to take this one here. I'm going to go to the dealership. I don't believe that I can sell herbicide, so I've got a little bit that's left in here. And I'm going to sell the pickup. The pickup is going. That's the first one to go. We need to start getting through our machinery, getting it over to the dealership and selling it. We get more money if we bring it over here and sell it rather than selling it straight off the field, which is why I want to bring it over here and do it. And then I can also find out if I will get anything for this herbicide. 99% certain that you don't. So if I go into here... Oh! No! I can customize it, but I can't sell it. Huh. Right. That's a bit of a pain. I've got 400 litres in there, I know that much. So I can repair this one. 24038. 24075. We've got like €7 extra there. So sell that one, yes. And I'm stuck with this tank right here that I can't do anything with whatsoever. There's no recourse for that one. I can't sell it. All I can do is stick it into a herbicide sprayer and try and do something with it like that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to shove it over here out of the way. If I can. If the herbicide sprayer, when I bring that one over, has got a little bit of space in it, we can put that in the herbicide sprayer and then we sell it and that disappears it. Disappears it is the technical term, by the way. Let's run you back round over here and just leave that one there. How are we doing with our weeds? It's a slow process. Right, you know what? We're just going to skip the night now, I think. We're gonna run through. There's little point in us hanging around here, so I will run down here like this, leave that one going and doing what he's doing. We've got the weeds doing what they're doing, and we can just ignore them. And I can come down here. So I'll start fast-forwarding time. And I'm only going to skip through until the morning, I think. Well, yeah, I will, but I got to be a little bit careful, because if the hired help stops in the middle of the field after the potatoes have gone on an extra stage, I'll have to drive across the field and damage the potatoes in order to get out of there, which I don't really want. It's not going to be very helpful, is it? Oh, we can sleep. Right, okay. So we will go for 12 hours of sleep right now. I know I've got them working through the night right now, but I'm okay with that. 33,600 euros have just come in. And I've got time fast forwarding. We're not supposed to start work until 8 o'clock. Now, generally speaking, I wouldn't start work until 8 o'clock. But that's purely because I can't be bothered to stop the tractors and start them again, so we'll let them go. And 8 o'clock, right, so we've started work again. Just ignore the bit where you thought you'd seen them working. The weeds haven't advanced to a second growth stage either, so it looks like we've gotten away with being able to do this. We should have the whole field weeded, which is going to be quite cool. I like the fact that we do have the whole field weeded. Now, we're on 90,000 euros at the moment, so the next thing we want to do, now that we've gotten everything out of that biogas plant, I want to go into here, I want to go to that one, and it's 120,000 euros right there, so I'll sell that. Yes. Get that back. That leaves me with 210,000. Now, our tractor that we've got is 155 horsepower. And if I go into Potato technology over here, this one requires 150. This one only requires 110. This one does need us to go over beforehand with the home topper. And I actually think because when we start the next lot, I'm almost definitely going to be going with something like that, where I'd be doing an all-in-one operation. I'm thinking that this time we will actually do the separate home topper and harvester. And then we will, like in future when we start the new game, we'll be aiming more for that one and the sugar beet rootster one as well. Although that's when we get onto sugar beet. So we're going to buy these two right here to start with. So let's details in you. You've got no options. We just buy you as you are. Okay. Back, and then there's that one there as well, no options either, and we buy that one as it is. Now you can do it as a single operation with one tractor. I have the home topper on the front as you go across the fields. I don't actually like doing that, not with the potatoes, just the way that the thingy works out. So we put the home topper on the front of that tractor over there and have that one drive around on the field. And then the harvester will use on the other one. So we have both tractors work the field until that's done. Now, these weeds, we are actually going to need to wait until they're finished now. So I've got 50,000 euros left. I don't think there is actually anything that I want to buy with my 50,000 euros, apart from possibly another trailer. I mean, I don't think I need to buy another trailer, to be honest. I'm going to struggle to pull another trailer with the small tractor. The big tractor is going to be pulling the potato harvester, so the small tractor, once it's done the home topping across the whole field, is going to be on trailer duty, and it's going to struggle to pull more than those two. So we might just leave trailers as they are. One full potato harvester will not quite fill up a trailer anyway, so we get about 2.5 loads into the trailers before we need to be running off up the road with them. I mean, we could see about buying a third one and putting it in a chain. I think that little tractor there should be able to cope with pulling that. Let's watch this now for a little while. He struggles a little bit to pull this one as he's going up the hill. He's slowly accelerating there. It does work, but he is struggling a little bit to pull it on up that hill. Once he gets up onto the level, he does really well. He's got no issues there at all. But going up the first bit does make it grunt. Now, there's nothing much that I actually need to do until the weeds are finished. And then I'm going to go and just put the plow on, I think, and just at least make a start on that field over there. Just while we fast forward into the harvest. And while that one's doing the plowing, the little tractor there is going to be starting to ferry some of our machinery that we've got over to the dealership so that we can sell it, ready for our transition. The important thing, of course, yes, we do want to sell that machinery. It's still part of the master plan that we've got, but the most important thing is that we've got to get these potatoes harvested. That's where our focus must lie. Now we've got 3 rounds of fertilizer on here, what with the digestate and with the weeding as well. That's definitely going to help. When we start on the next lot, like, I do want to, I like the idea of focusing on the root crops. Having cows or pigs and buying in all the feed from them is also something that I really like the idea of trying out. Now, that will mean then that we've got some fertilizer that we can go and spread on the fields. And that's the main reason that I want to do it, is so that I've got fertilizer to spread on the field, because we're still going to run with a fully organic thing. So we're going to try and run our farm completely 100% organic. And we're also going to have our pigs or cows. Now, originally we were talking about cows, but I am quite happy to change to pigs. That's what people want. The only way that we're really going to be able to run pigs is if we buy in all of the feed. Cows, we could buy in some feed, but we also have the option of doing some of this land that we've got here as grass and doing that bit for the cows, and then doing the other bit for the root crops, and then buy in some straw for them. Because I definitely want to have bedding for the cows as well. So that would involve buying it in if we're not going to be growing any arable crops ourselves. And I think that could be an interesting thing to try and do. Not have arable crops, and we buy in and do everything ourselves. It's definitely a bit more of a challenge, I think, than just having, you know, the standard approach, which is we grow the arable crops and so on. Buying in, having to spend out the money on the straw to keep the cows comfortable, that really appeals to me. I really like that idea. Now, I'm just wondering when we should stop this tractor, because we've just about reached the field complete stage. The little one can carry on just a little bit longer and keep going, but he's got a few more. So this one here, he can run down to the bottom of the field, and he can at least turn around and run back up through again. Then I'm not really sure. You know how far I'm going to let him keep going. Go one more after this. I reckon that we go up across the field, turn round, come back down the field, and then this one can call it quits. We can run down over there and unhitch this one. We can put the front weight on, and then we can put the plough on, and then we can go over to that field over there, and he can start doing the ploughing. And then once he's got going with that, we can, the field here be finished up, and then I start fast forwarding time as rapidly as I possibly can, so that we get to that final all-important and crucial harvest that we want to try and finish. And this is going to be the challenge, I think, is actually getting this harvest finished. I think this is genuinely going to be a tight run thing, getting all of this done. It might be the final episode ends up being a little bit longer. Not doing any extra episodes, but the final episode might just be a little tiny bit longer than it otherwise would have been. So I can come down through here, and that one over there, he's going to have 2 more runs, I reckon. From what I can see there. 2 more passes. Or this one would do it in a single pass, which I don't want to do. I want to get this one going with the ploughing. So I'm quite happy to let the little electric tractor keep going and earning his keep as well. They both got to pull their weight. You know, these tractors have got to make themselves known. They've got to do their work. You just get down to there. A little bit more. I don't know why they stop. I know why the cars stop sort of before things are happening, but I don't know why they stop after the bit where you're going to be turning round. It doesn't seem to be much point to that. But anyway, we've done the weeding. That bit's finished. So I can bring you down over here, and this one will be dumped here in the yard temporarily. I need to just move it back so that I can access that front weight. So I'll lower you down right there, like that. And then I'm going to go and hook this trailer on, and I'm going to fold it back up again so that that one is not going to be dumping stuff into anyone else. So we will do that, and then that. Fold it back up again. There we go. And then I can turn round, get that front weight on, and then hook that plough on, and I can start doing some ploughing. Just want to get a little bit done. Like, I know that we're not going to finish doing the ploughing in the field. I'm not expecting to do that, not at all. Helper E has completed their task. So definitely not expecting to be finishing the ploughing in the field up there. That's not really an important thing to do. But I would like to get a little bit of it done. That was all I really wanted, was just to be able to have some of it being done. That was all. We've got this plough here. Just thought it would be nice to be using it a bit as well. So there's no unfolding or anything else with this one. It is just as it is. And I'm going to, just so that it doesn't like jump over into the next field, I'm going to do a pass up here to start with. So just press H on there and have the hired help is going to cut a line up across here, and he's going to turn around and he's going to come back down the hill again. And as soon as the hired help has done that, I'm going to start it going the other way, and that's when I'm going to start the time jumping forwards. Oh. Yeah, well, that happens in real life as well. You see the way that the plow came up out of the ground there? That happens in real life as well as in games, so that's quite realistic. If you've got fields where you've got sort of humps on them like that, they can become, if you're doing that in an arable field, it can become really pronounced over time because of the way the plow lifts out of the ground and doesn't quite get the bit on the hump. And yeah, it can sort of make it more and more pronounced over time, so you end up with this kind of ridge on the top, which can look, I mean, it looks quite cool, but apparently it's a bit of a nuisance for the people who are using it. I've never really had anything to do with that. I've just seen it being done and spoken to you know, people who work the plows and so on. So I know about it. I just never had any personal dealings with it being any kind of issue for me personally. So I'm just going to press H on there, and I'm going to start that one working across. How far he's going to go. I'm not too worried about him getting right to the field edge either. We can just kind of leave it be, and then he'll turn around and he'll go and do what he needs to do. So this one over here, we have finished the field pretty much, except for that line up there. So I will just... Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm crushing all the plants. That wasn't part of the... I didn't even realize it was doing that. Ah, it's not supposed to happen. I've gone and crushed a line of plants up through there. I didn't realize it was doing that. I'm supposed to have crop wheels on, even on the very first growth stage for potatoes. Okay, well, that's a bit of a nuisance, but never mind. We've done what we can do. So we do need to be fast-forwarding time now. So we're going to just leave it running like this, super fast, until we're finished. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the front weight here, because I feel that I might want that one. And I'll leave that one there. Like that. And then I will go over here, and I'm going to pick up that potato planter first. And I'm going to take these, and I'm going to run them to the shop to sell them. So we're on 9 o'clock at the moment, so it's going to take a little while to run through the day and get all of the potatoes up to the final growth stage. So I'll take these two over, and I will bring back... We just bring back the home topper actually, and then I'll bring back the other one next time, the actual potato harvester, because we got them both sat there. I might not be able to use them, or at least use the harvester with this one. I'm hoping the home topper will be usable with this vehicle. Really, really hoping that that is the case, because if it's not, we're going to be in a spot of bother. So let's just lower you down there, and also lower you down. There, like that. Apparently I don't have access to any of this land. Leave you there a second, and then I can go over to here. So, repair, yes, sell, there is 6,778. And then here, ooh. I wonder he was going slow at the end. 67 euros, there we go. We've got a nice jump up on that one. Sell, yes. And there's another 8.5 grand. So then I can go over to you. And I want to get that home topper on. I'll put it on the back for now. Huh. Oops. Apparently I can't do that, despite the fact that it's got the 3-point links on there. Doesn't like the idea of me picking it up there. I can pick it up here. And he is a little bit heavy on the nose for that, but this is the machine that we're gonna... I do have the horsepower to use this one, don't I? If I've got the weight on the back of it, I'm hoping that that will be sufficient. It's in here, Potato Tech, and that one requires 65. We're gonna be pushing it to be able to run this one. Hope I don't have to go over the field with my other tractor first. What we may end up having to do is sell this tractor and buy another one, just so that we can do the home topping. I really wanted to be able to do it with this. I know originally I said that I didn't want to do it with this. I was going to do it with the other harvester. But no, I think this is actually going to be a better one for it. Just so that we experience this at least once. That's what I'd like to do. That's the reason for it. Okay. Take this one back, and then we can go and have a look at the plow over there and see how he's getting on. Do that in a minute. Let's get over here and back into the yard. So that's one machine that's ready to go now. There we go. It's a bit oversized for this tractor, isn't it? That's the problem. This tractor is, like, really good, but at the same time, it's very, very small, and it doesn't seem overly suited to most of the jobs that we want to do. Now, what? It ran the plough all the way down to the end of the field, turned round, and then drove all the way back to the halfway point on the field, and then stopped and started ploughing from there. Why? Oh, no, it didn't. It went all the way up, all the way across the field, and then it went up to halfway and turned around and went back again. It's almost like there's a tree stump in the middle of the field that it's missed. I have got absolutely no idea what it's doing right there. I'm not entirely sure that I want to know. Alright, I'm going to shut you off now, and I'm going to go over here. I've got weeds growing on the bottom part of that field, but we don't where we went and did the weeding previously. So we're now going to go and we're going to sleep for the night. And, well, we've got to wait until 7, but there's no point in me running over to the dealership again. Which means I'm probably going to want to run to the dealership with the big tractor rather than the small tractor. That's fine, actually, because there's not a lot of difference in speed between them, and we can deliver the plough over there anyway while we're at it. So that's another thing that we then have sold. So let's go to sleep for 12 hours, and that should give us potatoes ready to harvest. That's what I'm hoping. 7 a.m. They're not quite ready. I mean, we're not technically supposed to start work until 8 a.m. We're on 8 a.m. and it's still not ready. We're on the final growth stage there, but it's only just sort of gone to that. He's now working all the way across the field, so we'll leave him to keep doing what he's doing, and I will take this one here. We will put the sprayer on the front. There, that one's completely full, so I can't get rid of any of the other herbicide unless I reset it to shop, and then I might be able to empty the herbicide that's in that other tank. This one's got lime in it, so I can't load up the fertilizer that's over there. I'm not going to worry about either of them, and I'm not planning on taking any paid jobs either for doing the fertilizer spreading or anything like that, so we will just run these to the shop and sell them. It looks like we're going to be waiting another day before the potatoes are actually ready to harvest. Which is fine. There's not going to be any particular hardship. And then we can start harvesting them tomorrow morning. So that's what I think that we'll end up doing. If they've changed before lunchtime, maybe we can get away with it. Right, rather than unhitching them, I'm just going to put them right there like that. And then we will go straight to the sell bit. So I'm going to repair the electric tractor, and then I'm going to leave it where it is. So we'll repair that one, yes, and then I will sell it. And then I will repair that one, and then I will sell that one, yes. So we're now on 86,000. And let's see if I can move that. This is ridiculous. Oh, that is fantastic. We're actually going to be... Can I do this? Am I going to be able to get it over to our farm with this tiny little tractor? It's actually working. Oh, this is fantastic. No, I'm not even going to bother attempting to do the actual harvest with this one. Just the fact that I can tow it around the town like this, that's enough for me. I'm quite happy with that. I think we're going to want a slightly bigger vehicle. Okay, that was entirely that lorry's fault. That was not our... Don't you beep your horn at me. You just smashed into me, you idiot. It was nothing to do with me whatsoever. It was entirely your doing. Look at this beauty right here. That is absolutely fantastic. Little bit underpowered, I think. Still hasn't changed. It's gone... I was going to say it's gone 3. It's not quite gone 3. It is gone 3 o'clock now, and we've still got no change in the field up there. So it will be tomorrow that we're doing the harvest. So I'll bring this one in like this, and the harvester can stop right there. So that one is now ready to go. I want to... Right, I think it's probably better if I'll put that one on the front. We've got just enough time, I think, to get another load back. And I'm going to put this trailer on the back. I am thinking that I will bring back a third trailer just to help us out with the harvest. That means that we've got to do fewer trips backwards and forwards. But to be honest, that's probably not going to make a huge difference, the backwards and forwards trips. But what I was wondering is whether we could just leave like an empty trailer there in case backwards. But it's literally just here. This is as far as we're going. We're just going to this point right here and then unloading them and turning around and going back again because we just got to take it to the train station and that's it. The only thing that we might do, I suspect... Okay. We're really struggling to move with that. Like, we can't even lift this one high enough to get it over the pavement. I have got it lifted up in the air. It's just that it's such a big machine on such a small tractor that it's really not suitable at all. It's absolutely not suitable. So, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.